Coming up next, we get to this UFC middleweight division fight. Well, we probably trot out the term well-rounded in modern-day mixed martial arts more than we should, but this fighter certainly fits the bill.
Oh, 110%. He can do everything inside the octagon. Where he is most comfortable is inside of that 8-sided structure, where most men are terrified of being. But for this gentleman, he only wants to be there. When you try to wrestle him, he's able to defend takedowns. If you dare stand and strike with him, he can knock you out. He's got all the tools necessary to become a UFC champion.
His first martial art, mixed martial arts, and that's not always the case. He believes that he should have a lot of advantages in this matchup tonight. Well, it's always exciting when you have such a high-level Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu practitioner. This man has been a master of the submission in the UFC, and even though a lot of people know what's coming, more often than not, they're unable to stop.
Because the knowledge of the Jiu-Jitsu game is truly something that it's hard to replicate when a guy is as good as he is. I mean, he will jump for a triangle. He will jump for an armbar. And as you slam him to the ground, he starts to understand, okay, I'm right where I need you right now. This is when the game starts for him. If he doesn't secure that submission, he gets you where he needs you to be in order to start to really make you drown. It's like going in deep water and getting pulled down over and over again, because every time you think, if I do this, it'll make it better, it just makes it worse. And
best of luck trying to find a training partner to simulate this guy in the gym.
It can't happen, and it won't happen.
Ladies and gentlemen, this fight is 3 rounds in the UFC middleweight division. Introducing first, fighting out of the blue corner. This man is a mixed martial artist making his professional debut here tonight. He stands 6 feet 3 inches tall, weighing in at 185 pounds. Fighting out of Hamilton, New Jersey, Napalm. And now introducing his opponent, fighting out of the red corner. This man is a freestyle fighter, making his professional debut here tonight. He stands 6 feet 3 inches tall, weighing in at 185 pounds. Fighting out of Boston, Massachusetts, the Sniper! And when the action begins, our referee in charge of the octagon is UrBn.
The veteran UrBn draws the assignment here. All right, so here we go with round 1, and on one side, clearly the more well-rounded fighter, yet when we sat down with him on Thursday, first words out of his mouth, he ain't gonna submit me, I'm gonna try to take him down.
Oh my goodness, and you laugh, but just like that, because you know how much of a joke this is. You wanna avoid the grappling with this guy at all costs. I know he has bravado. I know he has a big ego, but it would benefit him to fight this fight and make it as easy as possible.
Well, perhaps a sign of things to come as he lands a kick there.
Nice kick landed by this gentleman. Nice leg kick.
Oh, big hook.
He's hurt bad.
Sting. Oh!
He needs to start looking to finish now because he's got his opponent hurt very bad. Oh, look at him jumping in to try to get the finish.
Oh, he might be out. Well, anytime you are in a ground fighting...
Right now, it looks like he may be trying to set up an arm triangle choke. He needs to secure the left arm, push it across, and secure it with his head. There he is. He's moving to the finishing position. Now watch it go parallel.
Getting tighter. And that will do it.
He's done. He's done. What a fight.
Yeah, so a quick night at the office for him here tonight. He told us he wanted to be efficient. He didn't want to waste a lot of time. He felt his opponent knew the takedown attempts would be coming, and he got the fight to the ground relatively easily, and his submission skills then took over. Big, big result for him early in round 1 tonight. All right, let's take a look back at the replay as he gets it done by submission tonight, champ.
I mean, you know, this guy has such a great submission game. that you cannot lay in his guard. He's so skilled, he's so tricky, and he's so good at weaving a web that gets you lost in it that he made him pay for it tonight and got the submission victory.
So there he is, your winner by submission. That could hold up as one of the better subs of the year. Near perfect execution tonight.
Ladies and gentlemen, referee Herb Dean is going to stop to this contest at 1 minute, 15 seconds of the very first round. Declaring the winner by tap out due to arm triangle choke, the Sniper!
Well, the celebration is on in his corner, and hard to blame these guys, sort of waiting to exhale, get a huge win tonight, and not just the win, but they get it by submission.
They knew what they had in front of them. They knew how tough a competitor his opponent was, but they also knew that if they could get this fight to the ground, they could find a submission. They found a submission. He got his hand raised in the way that he loves the most.
Up next, it's a heavyweight collision between Andre Bishop and Aleksei Oleinik. All right, so here is the veteran Aleksei Oleinik. This dude has almost 60 professional wins in MMA in a career that dates to 1996.
It's unbelievable when a guy can fight for so long and still be so relevant. Aleksei Oleinik, late in his career, has made a run at trying to become a UFC champion. There was a time when no one ever thought that was possible. But when you're landing Ezekiel choke after Ezekiel choke, getting performance of the night bonuses 4 times against guys like Mark Hunt, Victor Pesta, Jared Rosholt, people will take notice, and Aleksei Oleinik is that guy that puts you on notice the moment he goes in the octagon with him.
I mean, he's got scarf hold, headlocks, Ezekiel chokes out the wazoo. Aleksei Oleinik, back-to-back main events against Mark Hunt and Alistair Overeem, still trying to chase down his first UFC title shot. Well, pretty much every time out in the UFC, DC, this man has put on a striking clinic, and that is his methodology coming in here tonight. He'll try to keep the fight on the feet.
And that's why we tune in, right? That's why we tune in. We tune in to see guys that are dynamic. We tune in for the speed. We tune in for the knowledge of the striking game, the ability to set traps, the ability to find the jab, the ability to find the right hand, the right kick, the left kick, the knees, the elbows. He truly uses every weapon that he has in his arsenal to try and finish his opponent. You make one mistake, night's over. You cannot make mistakes against a guy that has the striking acumen of this guy right here.
And the jab is not as underutilized a weapon as it was in MMA, say 5 or 7 years ago, but he's got as good a jab as anyone in the business, and that is where all of his striking flows off of. We'll see how it goes for him in this matchup tonight. Our tale of the tape for this heavyweight fight. Oleinik is 10 years his senior. He weighed in at 240 pounds. He will have a 6-inch reach advantage. We go inside the octagon. Here's the
Ladies and gentlemen,
voice.
this fight is 3 rounds in the UFC heavyweight division. Introducing first, fighting out of the blue corner. This man is a wrestler, holding a professional record of 60 wins, 17 losses, and 1 draw. He stands 6 feet 2 inches tall, weighing in at 240 pounds. Fighting out of Moscow, Russia, Aleksei, the boa constrictor, Oleinik. And now introducing his opponent, fighting out of the red corner. This man is a boxer, making his professional debut, weighing in at 218 pounds. Fighting out of Philadelphia, Pennsylvania, Andre. And when the action begins, our referee in charge, Dan Murgliata.
Dan Murgliata, your referee.
You ready? You ready?
All right, so here we go. This highly anticipated fight is now underway. Looks like a classic matchup of striker versus grappler. Am I simplifying things too much?
In this instance, you aren't, because this is what got these two men to the show.
Right.
One guy is known for his diverse attack on the feet. The other guy is known for his ability to drag the fight to the mat and put his opponents in danger from the very start of the grappling exchanges.
And they separate. Oh, an obvious limp there. His leg hurting for certain. Stuffs the takedown, no problem. Well, we talked about his reach advantage off the top. Made good use of it there with that punch, DC. All right, so the fighters are in the clinch again, DC. I get tired just watching these situations.
It's exhausting. This is a position where you are constantly draining at the gas tank of your opponent.
Nice punch by Bishop. Stuffs the takedown, no problem. And he caught the kick. We'll see what he can do with it. Ooh, now he's got the tie plum, Daniel. If you're on the other side, what are you trying to do to get out of this potentially dangerous position?
You got to start digging your shoulder to a side and then trying to shove an underhook. You cannot bend down to try to get out of Muay Thai clinch.
An elbow!
Oh, he's hurt bad. He's hurt bad, John. He's got to press him. He's got to go chase that finish down now.
Stuffs that takedown attempt without issue. Oh!
Both of these gentlemen are putting it on the line. Oh, nice right hand.
Keeps going back to that jab, keeps throwing that jab, but unable to land. Well done to catch the kick. We'll see what he can do with it. Much improved defensively as he blocks the shot. Huge connection by him there.
He needs to get on his bicycle, John. He needs to get into space so that he doesn't get finished.
Oh, what a land right there, the seminal blow of the fight.
I mean, it was perfect. It was absolutely perfect, John. Great placement on that uppercut.
Trying to stay in this fight. Oh!
He's in trouble. He's getting lit up. What a fantastic strike to throw at the exact right moment. He deserves this moment. Go finish his fight.
And they separate. Just over 2 minutes to go in what has been a furious round one. All right, he'll engage in a single collar tie.
Look at him whip his hip into that kick.
Oh!
Dude's hurt. Serve him up. Go get him.
Oh! Oh, straight right.
Ah, that's jab hurt him.
And now he lands a combination. Oh! Huge right hand.
He's in trouble. He's hurt bad. Oh, he got him. He's got him.
Back to the feet. All right, he's trying to control posture here. Now trying to hip escape.
He's just trying to move out of this position off the bottom.
Good movement by him here, transitioning very well on the ground tonight.
Step for step, he's staying with his opponent in every transition.
Hey, scramble, get up. Scramble, get up.
Oh, he's got the ground and pound going now. All right, half guard position here. We'll see what he can do with it. A lot of weapons at his disposal from this dominant position.
Oh, man, I feel for a wrestler. This is the most dominant position in all of fighting because wrestlers love control.
Right.
And to have your upper body free and your leg able to hold your opponent in position, it is like striking gold. Build your posture, throw your punches, big damage, but then always control the far side underhook. This is a great position for a top fighter.
Good, solid strike on the ground. All right, he's very comfortable fighting off his back, DC. Now looks like he's trying to hip escape.
Yeah, he's trying to hip escape or maybe look for a Kimura here.
Oh, lands with the ground and pound strike. Oh, the ground and pound strikes continue to rain down. The opponent better move out of harm's way or the referee's going to stop this.
He better start to move quick.
Oh, and there's the horn at the end of the round. How about this fight, folks? You see, he was nearly caught in by the bell, so back to the stool. Mentally, probably not in a great place here. We'll see if he can recover and get himself back into this fight. All right, so there's the end of the round, and on one side, thrill, on the other, agony after that knockdown.
Yeah, he was able to really damage him with that big punch. You see the hands, the speed, how sharp he is, how technical he is. It allows him to land in spots where his opponent is winging punches. Great strike landed, great punch landed to put his opponent down.
Okay, round two, you ready? You ready? Let's go, guys, fight.
Oleinik gets caught with that punch. Not the easiest guy in the world to hit, but he got caught there. And they separate.
powerful leg kick lands.
Well-placed kick there by Oleinik. Oh, working hard here against the fence. We'll see if he can get the takedown. Strike lands there, and somehow his opponent's chin held up.
His opponent's chin held up, but you do not want to be on the receiving end of those types of strikes.
Oleinik's got his hand looking for a guillotine choke.
Watch guillotine.
He might get a finish here. Oh, beautiful counter there as he gains the side mount and trying to get out of this guillotine by potentially attempting a Von Flue. Wow.
Control. Don't let him
And there it is. All right, let's take a look back at the replay as he gets it done by submission tonight, champ.
He does a great job of staying patient. He doesn't rush or panic. You are never safe when you're fighting this guy. You're in a lot of trouble. You're in a lot of trouble the entire time when you're this good in the submission.
So there he is, your winner by submission tonight, and that is how you put the rest of the division on notice. A huge result for him here tonight.
Ladies and gentlemen, referee Dan Murmagomedov is going to stop this contest by submission.
All right, so what a performance by this young man here tonight as he gets the win by way of submission. He certainly put a lot of stock into getting the finish tonight, and he did just that. Congratulations.
It was a very tough fight, but he knew that if he did everything right, he can get to his position, which is the ground, and he would be able to find a finish by submission tonight. He did just that.
It is a lightweight bout between Bruce Lee and Khabib Nurmagomedov. All right, so here he is representing the American Kickboxing Academy, San Jose, California, a man who I believe is the most dominant force in the game at present, UFC lightweight champion Khabib Nurmagomedov.
You know, for Khabib Nurmagomedov, he's a guy that has dominated every person that he's faced inside the octagon. He has a great sambo background, but it's all the takedowns that he mixes well together that allows him to gain top position, and when he's on top, his ground control is second to none. He can move from position to position seamlessly, and when he's on top, he's constantly doing damage. It's the ground and pound of Khabib Nurmagomedov that is his biggest and best attribute.
And what's crazy to me is to hear you tell stories about him in training that we haven't even seen the tip of the iceberg when it comes to what he can do in the octagon.
J.A., I don't believe that we have seen the finished version. I think when he's in the octagon, he's fighting at about 75% of what I see on a daily basis at the gym.
Well, history is going to look back fondly on Khabib Nurmagomedov, but every time he competes, he puts his status as one of the greatest fighters of all time on the line, and that status, of course, on the line yet again here tonight. Well, you can argue this is the most influential martial artist of all time, the great Bruce Lee, making his walk to the octagon here tonight, champion.
Everybody wants to be Bruce Lee. They say they want to be like Mike. If you're a fighter, you want it to be like Bruce Lee. You want it to be that fast. You want it to be that charismatic. You want it to have an ability to just freeze your opponents. Your speed, your movement, just the diversity in the attacks that you can give your opponents would just confuse people. I mean, I watched him beat a 7-foot Kareem Abdul-Jabbar to stay undefeated.
Right.
If you could do that, you could do anything.
I fear not the man who has practiced 10,000 kicks once, but I fear the man who has practiced one kick 10,000 times. Bruce Lee in a nutshell.
Just so wise.
When the action begins, our referee in charge of the octagon, Herb Dean. And now, this is the moment UFC fans around the world have been waiting for. live from the MGM Grand Garden Arena in Las Vegas. It's time! 5 rounds in the UFC lightweight division. Introducing first, fighting out of the blue corner. This man is a grappler, holding a professional record of 29 wins, no losses. He stands 5 feet 10 inches tall, weighing in at 155 pounds. Fighting out of the Republic of Dagestan, Russia, Khabib the Eagle Nurmagomedov. And now introducing his opponent, fighting out of the red corner. This man is a mixed martial artist making his professional debut here tonight. He stands 5 feet 7 inches tall, weighing in at 155 pounds. Fighting out of Los Angeles, California, Bruce the Dragon Lee!
You've been given your instructions in the dressing room. Protect yourself at all times. Follow my instructions. We will have a clean fight. Touch gloves, let's make it official.
Ready. You ready to fight?
I can barely hear myself think in this arena tonight. A fight that has been in our dreams now becomes reality. Khabib Nurmagomedov versus the great Bruce Lee.
It's unbelievable that we finally get Khabib versus Bruce Lee. How does Bruce Lee keep this fight standing? How does Bruce Lee keep Khabib Nurmagomedov?
Whoa!
He hurt. A finish could come here at any time. And they separate.
Big punch lands over the top. How's he going to follow this one?
Well, you start to really worry about the wrestling, and there's that left hand from Khabib.
Underrated. I mean, it's a very underrated part of his game, his ability to stand and strike with anybody in the UFC.
All right, he engages in the single collar tie. Well, perhaps a sign of things to come as he lands a kick there.
Nice kick landed by the counter.
Nurmagomedov gets caught by the solid uppercut there. He's a hard guy to hit. That one certainly found the target. And he switches his stance yet again.
Over and over, he's landing these big body kicks.
All right, he engages in a single collar tie here.
Look at how he turns.
Shot lands upstairs. Single collar tie now. Well, fortunate that one didn't land to the head. The hook shot blocked by Lee. And they separate. Nurmagomedov gets absolutely punished by that head kick. Just over 3 minutes to go now. Well, looks as though his leg is hurt here. You can even see him limping a little bit. All right, so a near-perfect entry there, and finally he gets his first takedown of the fight, and they say if at first you don't succeed, try again. Just have to get him down there.
Persistence pays, and that's what we saw with this young man. Over and over, he shot for takedowns, he tried to mix it up, and he got defended. But eventually, he got it done. Now, what does he do with this top control?
Lee gets up, he is back on the feet. Looked like he was in a submissive state on the ground, but he worked hard there to get back to the feet. Working off of his back here, looks like he may try to hip escape. All right, closed guard now. You gotta be careful though, he's got a lot of submissions off his back. The ground and pound has been there all night. Crazy accuracy and efficiency with these ground and pound strikes here, and if you're the opponent, you got to intelligently defend or the referee's going to stop it.
You got to defend, but you can see him now starting to gain posture, and the intensity at which he's throwing these ground strikes is starting to improve. It's starting to elevate because he knows that he can get the finish.
Pretty good ground and pound by him here. He told us on Thursday he needed to be more effective in these situations. Certainly effective tonight.
Many people have gone away from this style of fighting. This man has embraced it, and you are seeing why he's one of the best that we've seen do it in a long time.
All right, he's trying to control posture here. Now trying to hip escape.
He's just trying to move out of this position off the bottom.
Nurmagomedov's got his back now. Well, there are few things more fun to watch.
He's going to start looking to try to attack a rear naked choke, and that's exactly what he's doing.
He is doing a really good job of relaxing, not panicking because he's getting choked.
Yeah, notice he just took the body triangle, readjust the lock, and now it looks like he's got it.
There is choke. That guy's got a squeeze on.
He does a great job securing the position, getting under the neck, and then hiding his hands in order to get the finish. Fantastic performance by this fighter. He got him!
Oh my goodness, what a fight.
So yeah, it came down to tap out or go to sleep, and his opponent chose the former. The choke was clearly sunk in deep, perfect technique, and ultimately that is one of the bigger wins of his career. He gets it done by submission here tonight. All right, let's take a look back at the replay as he gets it done by submission tonight, champ.
I mean, you know, this guy has such a great submission game that you cannot lay in his guard. He's so skilled, he's so tricky, and he's so good at weaving a web that gets you lost in it that he made him pay for it tonight and got the submission victory.
So a seminal moment for this fighter here tonight as he gets the win by submission. Huge victory in his career, and it'll be very interesting to see how they matchmake him moving forward.
Ladies and gentlemen, referee UrBn called a stop to this contest at 4 minutes, 7 seconds in the very first round. Declaring the winner by tap out, Khabib, the Eagle, Nurmagomedov.
All right, so there he is, all smiles, and rightfully so after he gets the job done by submission tonight. You told me off the air before the fight that he was going to submit him, and that's exactly what happened, man.
I mean, you know, this guy has such a great submission game that you cannot lay in his guard. And his opponent is known to lay in the guard. He made him pay for it tonight and got the submission victory.
All right, coming up next, a matchup to determine the baddest man on the planet. The UFC heavyweight title is on the line. Well, for a long time, he's been mentioned with the baddest men on the planet. For a long time, though, the title fight eluded him. Not anymore. Here he is, the #1 heavyweight contender, finally making this walk and cracking a smile. He's waited a long time for this. He's not expecting a 25-minute war. He believes he has the power and the skills to get this thing done quickly. I guess we'll find out. Well, a lot of people think it's the most significant title in combat sports. No argument from me. Baddest man on the planet, UFC heavyweight champion. There he is in the flesh. What an absolute monster. What a title reign it has been. But a serious challenge in front of him here tonight. When this man became the heavyweight champion, a lot of people thought that this challenger was the one who would wrest the belt away. Now the fight is here. We'll see if we get a new champion or if this man continues one of the greatest heavyweight legacies the Octagon has ever seen. Our tale of the tape for this, our main event of the evening. More than 5 years apart, with similar height and some differences in reach. All right, now for the particulars, he is Bruce Buffer.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is the main event of the evening. When the action begins, our referee in charge, UrBn. And now, this is the moment you've all been waiting for. Live from the MGM Grand Garden Arena in Las Vegas, it's Championship of the World. Introducing first, fighting out of the blue corner. This man is a boxer, making his professional debut here tonight. He stands 6 feet 7 inches tall, weighing in at 254 pounds. Fighting out of San Diego, California, presenting the challenger, Iceman. And now, introducing the champion, fighting out of the red corner. This man is a boxer, making his professional debut here tonight. He stands 6 feet 6 inches tall, weighing in at 265 pounds. Fighting out of Las Vegas, Nevada, ladies and gentlemen, presenting the reigning, defending, undisputed UFC heavyweight champion of the world, Grandmaster.
All right, this is for the championship. You can give me your instructions in the dressing room. Protect yourself at all times. Follow my instructions. We will have a clean fight. Touch gloves. Let's make it official.
Ready. You ready to fight?
All right, so here we go as round one gets underway. Two world-class level strikers here, and the expectation is we're going to get a kickboxing match here in the octagon.
Yes, we are going to get a striking match. One guy is very good at kicks. The other guy has unbelievable hands. Let's...
Oh!
Oh, he's hurt bad. He's hurt bad, John. He's got to press it. He's got to go chase that finish down now.
Oh! Huge right hand!
Oh! Oh!
Oh, straight right.
And landing some nasty strikes.
Oh! Well, we told you off the top he had the reach advantage. Oh!
What a fantastic strike to throw at the exact right moment. He deserves this moment. Go finish his fight.
Oh, he might be out. Changes levels now, DC.
Oh, man, he was in a single, got to a high box.
Oh.
Oh, takes him from behind. What a fantastic takedown.
Side control now, DC. A lot of options at his disposal from here. All right, working inside the now open guard of his opponent. Uh-oh.
Throwing up a triangle, submissions, and if he's not careful here, he's going to get stuck and he will have to submit.
All right, so yeah, looks a little wobbly on his feet. Oh!
Dude's hurt. Serve him up. Go get him. He's in trouble. He's getting lit up.
And now he lands a combination. We got to fight, folks. Oh, big left. Looked like it did stun him a little bit.
He needs to start looking to finish now because he's got his opponent hurt very bad.
Oh, big left hook there. Well, he's up, but he is hurting for certain. The finish could come at any time. Oh! And just like that, the fight is over.
Oh! Woo! What a fight!
Just an absolutely gorgeous shot to spell the end for his opponent. Crowd is absolutely loving it. He gets the near-perfect land. I'm not even sure his opponent saw it coming, but just the way he drew it up here tonight, saw that little crack of an opening and barged right through it to get the knockout. Well, he's going to enjoy watching this one back. Let's take a look at the replay of the knockout just a moment ago.
It was right hand after right hand after right hand. Finally, he found the one that hit the exact sweet spot that ended his opponent's night.
So on the sport's biggest stage, he comes up large. The baddest man on the planet, the UFC heavyweight champion of the world, your winner and by knockout here tonight.
Ladies and gentlemen, referee UrBn has called a stop to this contest at 2 minutes, 6 seconds of the very first round. Declaring the winner by knockout and still the undisputed UFC heavyweight champion of the world, Grandmaster.
Well, he came in with the moniker of baddest man on the planet, and that is exactly the way he goes out. Congratulations to the undisputed UFC heavyweight champion of the world, your winner tonight by way of the KO. And that's a big man celebrating with his team right now. Enjoy it, boys. You maximize the moment tonight.